here is my thinking, if it's okay, unless any of the other characters I'm sitting with want to say anything first. I think I will. I trust Hilding, but I think that his is not the only perspective, and I will say, I have seen and heard terrible things here in the guest house. I cannot believe you ventured into the woods and came back with no marks on your souls. This is society business. And if we, or one of us, if I end up in the prison, I will do it. If we must succeed here. But these women, they walk in the footsteps of Satan, or close, whether they want to or not. I have seen the Vaesen kill those who would profane the church. I know the Vaesen are not of the devil, even if they are old, perhaps older than I dare imagine. But ever since we went to the asylum, I cannot let these women, as sad and damned as they may eventually be, I cannot let them die in this fashion. We must stop the Vaesen. Am I wrong? Am I wrong to turn my eyes from God and toward the servants of the devil, to save them from the beings who are themselves not evil, merely old? I cannot see the path. My sisters, I need you.
Okay. First of all, how did you come to the conclusion that they worship the devil? Like, just how? Do you even know them? You don't know them. They are just some random people at the guest house.
I cannot prove it to you. Words were spoken to me last night. And I lit this place to find their source.
Perhaps you need to think who you were talking with. Not everyone who speaks to you is telling the truth.
Olga, we know. Olga, we know about. Do you know of these three women?
No, I don't know anything except that they were somehow connected, but that doesn't make them devil worshippers.
We should talk to them. We have to talk to them. For one thing, we have to tell them they shouldn't venture out of this place.
The paintings
I have also,
too.
By all means. And for the second, I want to hear them. I want to hear their voice before I make a decision.
I also need to show you something, but let's do that some other time. I'm not telling anything more here at the table.
I know there are matters we should not discuss in this room.
I believe we should eat up, and then we should go to my room and keep this discussion.
That's basically when I slip out of the kitchen and start making a very indiscreet, like standing in next, trying to catch all your attention.
If we are getting ready to go up to Beatrice's room, then I will certainly send for Hilding and give one swift glance at Magnus. Hilding said the boy did well. I will say to Beatrice. Is that true?
Yes. He was a little afraid, but he did good. By my accounts, at least.
I will praise him.
Question: Can I overhear you or not from where I am? Because I said I'm in my corner, but in my mind, Magnus has
some good ears,
listening.
I think, right? Yeah.
I think you do. It's the room is not too large though.
Because honestly, after what Magnus heard, so I don't think he wants to go too much in the conflict, but he's going to do like a gesture of very hunger, like throwing the glass of water he has or something like that, and then he's going to follow in the back, but not really willingly. Yeah.
So you look angry.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, Magnus does. That's big. Yeah, I mean, yeah, question him if you want, but Magnus is going to look hungry, and he's going to follow, but yeah, he's not really willing to.
Just to be clear, is he angry for the positive thing we said about him, or
we don't know?
We don't know. We don't know. That's a mystery
he's
to
hungry.
us.
Yeah.
Or I'm not even sure if any of us noticed he's behind us. So
I understand that we don't know, but like outside of character.
I mean,
so I understand.
In character, you heard the motion when he like hits the door. Hit the. Yeah, I think hitting the table is better than throwing the glass. So hit the table, stand up, and started to follow you. So you hear that in character. Out character, it's a discussion that is annoying him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since I have no impulse control whatsoever, I cannot. While walking up to your room, I have to tell you that the constable is coming in 2 hours. We must come up with a good alibi or something.
In 2 hours, we will
know.
In 2 hours, we will either be finished here, or it will probably be too late.
It's probably around. It's by the way, time-wise, it's around maybe 8 or 9 in the morning.
Yeah.
And the constable was said to be arriving in early afternoon. So.
Well, Hilding may have edited this slightly, just to.
It's up to you. It's right. It's just given an approximation from the dungeon master.
Yeah, I will stick with 2 hours. I'm prepared. I mean, you have to
have a little buffer, right? Worst. Yeah, of course.
Yes. Okay. So what do we do? How do you react because I'm very anxious because and if you don't seem to understand, we are the prime suspect. In both places we have been around the body that was like split open. That's a bit suspicious. I know how these men work. I know I'm the most suspicious of all because
you in particular have nothing to fear, Hilding. We shall discuss this, and I smile slightly and say, Beatrice has useful opinions on these matters. So
okay.
I trust what she.
We're probably inside the room now, so I don't understand what you're saying, but I'm kind of have no more words. So you don't seem to understand the severity of the situation.
Okay.
Look, Hilding, we discussed this already in the forest, and we were never there.
No, but yeah.
They cannot prove it. Yeah. They can prove that we were outside, but they cannot prove that we were in the forest.
We were walking the dogs.
Those men don't need proof. They just decide who's going to be guilty, and it's the one coming from Gothenburg. It's always same.
Can you or can you not take care of this situation?
Can Beatrice
we may be okay. Sorry, go ahead, Beatrice.
Can Beatrice be trying to say, Hilding, suspects, what do they usually do? When they have done something really bad, they don't really want to show it out. What do they do?
and just say, hide or kill someone else.
And what is that?
Or
What does that lead to?
prison.
Yes, but also before you know that they have done something, it's lead to S. It starts with S.
Satan.
Suspicion.
What?
Suspicion. So if you, yes. So people that done something become very warm in clothes, and they're like, "Oh no, nobody should know," and that's very suspicious.
And I'm very warm in my clothes.
That's
and I'm
right.
very...
Yeah.
Yes. And
So you're trying to say that I look suspicious?
Yes. And you know why? Because you don't shut up.
Because I know that. All right.
Learn from a thing. You don't care what happened. Move on with it.
Mm-hmm.
You are a part of this now. And I don't care how much you think the constable will think, as long as you don't show anything, nothing has ever happened. We weren't there. We walked through the woods with Carl. He or she has to walk out. Is that a crime? Is it healthy? Is it a crime?
No. I get what you're saying. I'm just a bit jittery when constables come running around destroying my vacation.
Understand. You have to learn, control. Do not think about it. Think about the mission. The mission is important. Do you want to avenge the people who've done this? Or the creature that's done this, I'm sorry. Do you want to avenge?
Yeah, whatever.
That is our question.
Think about how to avenge them. Think about that.
Yes.
How do we go forward?
I take out my revolver and start cleaning it and kind of expect you to do the fancy stuff with the leads and maps and whatnot. I'm cleaning my revolver.
Good man.
The other guests are sitting by their tables, not noticing too much about what you're talking about. They
we're not at the table. No, we're not at the table.
Okay. All right.
I would not do that in front of people.
We are in Beatrice's room.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
All right. Well, I would like to ask and say, we all have our different things we have seen. We all have the different things we have heard and the different things we have done. Elsa, did you want to go and talk to the two women? Because we need to know. We need to know why the Vaesen are killing them.
I will wait until Beatrice has said what she wants to say, and I may want to Roots or her company.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm smashing a piece of paper with some really random.
Right.
Where was it? The text. What did it say? Hoof tracks in the snow. The cave. ... The cave. ... Apples and nuts. Apples and nuts repeated all over. It's actually maybe a couple of pages, just to make it more fun.
Apples and nuts, swine, glosson.
Yeah, a few pages like the same all over again. Yeah. I'm just putting them there while you are arguing about whatever.
What is this from? She will look at the papers and ask Ruth where she got this or how they came.
Well, I don't actually, this is out of character. I don't know if you can recognize, Ruth's handwriting. And maybe some of you know it, maybe some of you don't. It depends a bit.
Then this is maybe a question for the DM. Are we surprised about this? Do we question it? Or we're like, okay, she's done something and got this information?
You're not entirely sure, but that doesn't look like Ruth's handwriting.
Okay, so you want it that way.
Mhm.
Okay.
I was
Yeah,
thinking though that
that's
when someone
Yep.
is in your body, you will not have the same handwriting. What do you think?
Yeah,
Could
okay.
that
Yeah,
be
that
appropriate?
that sounds good. That sounds good.
Yes.
But then it's more like do you know how my normal handwriting is? So I think that's basically like a bit up to you. Maybe maybe
That's the
depending
question.
yeah, how well like you know me. If you barely see me, maybe then you don't know. But
Well, I'm willing to accept that everybody here is going to contribute information and that some of the information may be weird.
Yeah,
So,
Beatrice has
so
a
we
lot
can,
of shit.
yeah, exactly. So if we have to go and run down every last detail of every last piece of information, we're going to be here after 20 constables come. So we need to go.
Let's just share.
Let's just
say
share
we
what we
shared the
have
information.
and accept that it's all strange, or some of it may be very strange.
But that wouldn't be really new to us, right? Wouldn't it?
Not too new, maybe. Some, I don't know. I mean, we have been society
Some
members.
kind of
We are not
strangeness,
been.
yes.
We are not the only. We are not the. This is not our first trip in society business. I think so. Maybe it's the most disgusting and frightening, but it's not the first. So, so anyway, Root, this paper. It is a communication. Is that correct? Of some kind?
yes. I don't know how you know about it, but yes, this has come through.
I'll give you this kind of sidelong, suspicious look and say, your pen is often moved by forces. And I'm talking about your books that you publish. Otto has opinions about those. So, so this is just more of the same as far as I'm concerned. So I'm going to go ahead.
No, like, yeah, this is not from me. It's from someone else.
So I'm looking at it. I'm not an outdoorsman, but I will read, these things and make perhaps even little snuffle noises because maybe that's what the squiggle looks like, and basically I look at this and look up and I said, this is like some kind of pig wrote it. Like that's ridiculous.
Well, I think this makes perfectly a lot of sense. We have seen the tracks, and it speaks about the cave, and there's a cave marked on the map, which is maybe somewhere on the display. So then,
I'm a little puzzled by one. It says, but here it says a wolf. I'm not arguing, but I'm just pointing out there's something else going on too. Pigs, apples, that sort of thing, but no wolf is going to want nuts and apples. But there are wolf tracks too, so that it talks about. So I look up and I say, is this all we have?
No. Beatrice will put up the snuff box, the bloody map, the letter from Olga that's unopened, the ink, and the feather. She will explain the creature in the snuff box, the little demon, and that it can bring luck if you take care of it well.
I do not approve.
She has. Yes. I'll keep it in my purse. Only in the worst case scenario, I might use it, but probably not.
Note to self.
Do not
exercise demon and scold Beatrice a lot. Okay, I'm doing that after we're done with this. This happens. Okay.
She has the bloody map. She's pointing into the X, but I want to go to the X. I don't know what it is there, but I think it's suspicious and it might be a cave, so we should go there. Magnus?
I just want to mention while you're discussing about all of that, Magnus is getting agitated in the back. That's
okay,
it.
Interesting.
Okay. Do we see this?
Well, we might, I guess.
Yes, of course. Yeah, I'm in the same room as you, so yes.
Okay. I'll look at Hilding and look at Magnus.
I want to open the letter from Olga's letter. What does this say?
Right. Let's see. Just double checking. Olga's letter. It was the one that you were given by Linnea Elfeklint over at the prison, no?
No, we have read that one. This is one that is apparently not opened. Is that correct?
I stole it from her room. When we went to her room, she had a letter, an ink, and a feather in her.
There was a blank piece of parchment, as well as quiver and filling ink.
So it was just writing materials. It wasn't an
Yes, it was writing material.
Okay.
There was no additional letter. Just paging through my handouts right now.
Okay.
So there was no additional letter.
Right.
Okay, I thought it was an unopened letter that he hadn't sent.
No,
Okay.
No, it was just a blank piece of parchment. You can see outlines that she had been something else had been writing on a piece of paper on top of it. So it's just traces.
That's probably the letter that we got, is my guess.
Yes.
All right. Well, in that case, we know nothing more about Olga. And I actually will look at Beatrice and squint and say, and you found nothing else in her room? As in, come on. You?
Can I inspect
you remember
the letter, the ink, and so on?
It outlines the letter that was given to the group earlier yesterday by Linnea Elfeklint. By the way, you folks still have the letter from Linnea telling.
Yes, the original one. Yes.
Yeah, an original one that Olga sent.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And just
well, then I probably say the only I found was the piece of parchment, ink, and a feather. There wasn't much more there, apparently.
Well, then let's go and talk to.
What kind of feather is it? Why do you have a feather?
It seems to be. Yes.
Yeah, is it like a feather that you have in a fancy pillow, or is it like?
Into the writing feather?
Or what is it?
It looks to be the feather of a falcon, actually.
Do you mind me asking?
Weird.
Of character, because didn't you find somewhere some kind of apple?
Yes, you found an apple as well.
That's right.
I remember that. Yes, I had an apple.
Yes.
I didn't touch it at all.
Yeah, I just Ruth doesn't know about it because I think she's just finding out that you have even been basically.
I think you either pocketed it or ate it or something.
No, I didn't eat it. I put it in a bag because I didn't
know. I remember. Yes, you avoided that apple because it's a witch's apple.
I avoided that apple. I took it with me, but I avoided eating it.
Yeah.
So I can put forth the apple too, but I'm like, I don't know if something is with this apple or nothing. I would like to try to investigate them. It's the only things I found that were of some interest. The rest I didn't found. I looked very carefully.
Well, I will look here and say this apple, and I'll tap the apple statement in the letter. And I don't think anyone's surprised about this. I'm not expecting like I'm teaching you guys anything. I think we all noticed this. So
I'm a bit surprised, but I'm not showing it.
Prince hasn't read that letter that you have, so she might not know what this is.
So I'm going to simply say that this is that time. Hilding has reminded me time is short. I will speak with Hilding and Magnus, and I will look a little bit at the women and see. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm asking, do you want to go on that errand?
Beatrice thinks it's good if they go and talk with the women.
Yes.
But if the women go and talk to the other women, she will stay and try to look if she can get some more information of the stuff that she has on her own. A little bit.
So which one are you doing?
I'm staying.
Oh, you're staying. Okay.
As long as the other people are going, I'm staying.
Okay.
Ruth, you're coming with me?
Yeah, I can come. Sorry, I got distracted by the cat.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Nathan hit us with the cuteness stick. Yeah.
What did I miss?
Yeah.
That?
You did. You
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
It was really